The Republicans, before they adjourned for the year, were supposed to do one other thing other than the fiscal cliff deal. They had promised that they would do relief for Hurricane Sandy in New York and New Jersey. The Senate had already passed a bill that would give about $60 billion in relief to those affected areas. The House had considered a $27 billion bill, but they were supposed to vote on the Senate version because it has been 66 days since the storm hit, and the area desperately needs it. And even though Boehner promised to do that, of course, he chose not to do that. And they did not vote on that at all. The funds will not be going for quite some time. Now, when Congress adjourns and a new Congress comes, they have to start the process all over again, which is going to take even longer. So they might and will likely eventually get significant relief, but it's going to be a big process now that Congress has adjourned. So not just Democrats, but Republicans are really angry about this, especially Republicans from New York and New Jersey. Peter King, all of a sudden, a raging liberal who loves the federal government, here very angry with his fellow Republicans.
One person you did not mention was Speaker Boehner. Do you blame him outright?
I do. Speaker Boehner is the one. He walked off the floor. He refused to tell us why. He refused to give us any indication or warning whatsoever. And Eric Cantor, he met with us throughout the week. He's the one who devised the strategy as to how we would bring it to the floor. Listen, the bottom line is here, the Republican speaker walked off the floor without allowing a vote. And I'm just saying, these people have no problem finding New York, these Republicans, when they're trying to raise money. They raise millions of dollars in New York City and New Jersey. They sent Governor Christie around the country, raising millions of dollars for them. I'm saying anyone from New York and New Jersey who contributes 1 penny to the Republican Congressional Campaign Committee should have their head examined. I would not give 1 penny to these people.
Man, that is really strong language. Not only is he burning other House Republicans, he said you shouldn't donate to them. And he's saying, hey, remember where your bread is buttered. It's buttered on Wall Street. So if we tell you to give the money, you give the money, okay? And if we tell them, hey, you know what? If they're not going to give the federal government money, then perhaps we're not going to give you donor money. Now we're having a conversation. He continues.
The people in my party, they wonder why they're becoming a minority party. They're writing off New York, they're writing off New Jersey. Well, they've written me off, and they're going to have a hard time getting my vote. I can tell you that. But when your people are literally freezing in the winter, and they're without food, they're without shelter, and they're without clothing, and my own party refuses to help them, then why should I help the Republican Party?
That's interesting. Now, all of a sudden, Republicans, some Republicans at least, when it affects them, are interested in feeding and clothing the poor and the hungry and the needy. Fascinating. Representative Michael Grimm, who's also from the area, also a Republican, feels the same way.
The speaker just decided to pull the vote. I mean, he gave no explanation. We were all set to go, and I feel that this was a betrayal. I just have to say it. I feel it's a betrayal and an indefensible error in judgment on the speaker's behalf. You know, I can't tell you what's in the mind of Speaker Boehner. I will tell you that Eric Cantor was 100% ready to go forward with the vote. We prepped for it. Everything was ready. It was the speaker's sole decision. Why he made that decision, I wish I could tell you, but he has not told me.
And he's about to go nuclear here, questioning whether he'll vote for Boehner as Speaker again. They're about to have that vote.
Does it make you question whether you will vote for John Boehner again as Speaker?
Unfortunately, it absolutely does, because for me, this is putting aside the betrayal from my constituents. It's personally, for me, I feel I was misled from the very beginning. And I do feel betrayed. I really do. And I feel that I was misled. And that's a big thing for me.
This is what I love about Republicans. Oh, when I need the money and my constituents need the money, my area needs the money, well, the federal government is awesome and we need to spend that money right away. The federal government's only bad when you need the money. Oh, well, if it's your constituents or it's not people who are giving me money or votes, well, I don't give a damn. Go, deal with that on your own. And the leader of that bunch, tough guy Chris Christie. This is the guy who made his, career and his name off of, I tell you what, I don't need no stinking federal government. Go ahead, Chris, tell us how angry you are at the Republicans for not giving you federal government assistance.
There's only one group to blame for the continued suffering of these innocent victims: the House majority and their Speaker, John Boehner. This is not a Republican or Democratic issue. National disasters happen in red states and blue states, in states with Democratic governors and Republican governors. We respond to innocent victims of natural disasters, not as Republicans or Democrats, but as Americans. Or at least we did until last night.
Oh, the mainstream media loved that speech. They're like, look at how above partisanship Chris Christie is. He's willing to criticize Republicans. Look, do I agree with him that they should get the relief? Of course, right? But I'm not a hypocrite like him. I think, hey, let's analyze all these situations, figure out who needs the help, get it to them. Chris Christie says, no, when I need the help, I can't believe the Republicans would betray me and not give me the federal money. When you need the federal money, I got no interest in it. That's big bad government and I hate it. That's the real Republican Party right there. When the Republicans need tax cuts, they love them. When you're getting a payroll tax cut, not as much.